All right, I guess the next thing to do really is to lay in the boat, try to figure out what's going on with that steering system. And then, we got to do that because we got to pull the cable to know what length to order. You can't just go, I'm going to go get a new steering system. You go in there and you order one. You got to pull it out and measure it and see what you're working with. You know what I'm saying? All right, so the truth is there's just a lot to do. And, you're making a game plan. Okay, we got the motor off, we're ready to throw another motor on there, but the steering is seized. And so you're like, okay, well, so that means I got to pull the cable so that I know how long it is to order a new cable, which I can get on my website, no problem. The other issue is that then we also need to clean off the transom to see what it looks like. Now, it looks to me like they put aluminum welded a couple of plates on the back of it for more strength, which means even if there's wood in there, it's probably pretty solid. But to look at this boat, it looks a little bowed out over here on this side. I don't know. We're gonna look at it though and see if maybe, hopefully it's okay. And in the meantime, I'm gonna get that cable out of there so I can measure it, because I can't hang a motor until I have that cable. Because if it won't steer, there's no sense to even have a motor, right? All right. All right, here's where I'll show you guys what I'm dealing with. Hopefully, this is the other thing, is, we got to see if our cables are long enough. If that's going to work. Get some of this other garbage out of the way. You can see why I sprayed this down and it's still dirty. Even after I cleaned it up, it's still really dirty. So I don't know, that seems okay. Solid. About this, I need to tell them to come over and clean this up. See, we still got some hands. Spray it down again. All right, here's what I'm dealing with. I don't know if we can do this or not. This camera's pan and tilt. It's a little weird. All right, see that? That's our cable coming in. So what we got to do is, there should be a pin. I'll pull that pin, and then that should rotate right out of there, hopefully. And it's a mess down here, man. Like, it really needs to be cleaned out. It's a real mess. So yeah, this is the old system. It's just, they put cheap junk. I guess that cable has been in there for I don't know how many years, and yeah, it is what it is. But I'm gonna get something to lay on. I can't lay in this, Yeah, probably get out a vacuum cleaner before I even do that. Alright, I'm under here, under the dash of this tracker, testing this light to see if we have flicker or not. Alright, I'm gonna try to chuck some little light out, but I don't know if he said that might have been like the last one. But I curled underneath here, because this bolt that's way up here, and I'm trying to see if maybe you can see it, I don't know. I believe it's 7/16. Yeah. So I'm gonna zip it off of here. And that'll allow our cable to rotate out of this because it's seized. Hopefully all I gotta do is get a new cable. And that'll be that. Oh, but I got my gun here. And I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. But maybe not. No, it's just really tight. You know, you're in a place where you gotta get the camera so you can see it, but then you gotta try to do this with just one hand, and you can contort just right, hold this when you grab this gun, and you can just zip her off. Yeah, there she goes. Get on out of there. I'm gonna try to tell you something now. Now that that's out, and we don't want to lose the bolt, because all they need is a cable. So, give her a little, any bolt to do, but this is what they got in there, so. Let's see if we can, if this thing will turn. Yeah, it is. It's turning. Yay! Let's just turn it, make sure we're not destroying some wires. Okay, before we get too crazy, we need to undo this, because that's, you know, that's no good. Alright, so let me go get a pair of cutters. Okay. I got a pair of dikes to cut that. You ain't gonna see this, are you? Maybe? Now, that thing is free. Did we get it off there? Yeah. You know, just make sure it's free all the way up there. So it should rotate out of here. I can even push that back. Get it out where we can measure it. Oh. Yeah, I just push it that way, so. Alright. Yeah, let's. Is it out of there? There we go. She's out of there now. Now we can pull it out and measure it. Yeah, I like Chucky's light, but I'm gonna go clean my hands first before I grab it, because I get it dirty and then he'll be like, "What the heck, man? I linked it to you, and now look at it." Blow all this stuff out. It's got leaves and some of the connectors. Spray that down a little bit. Figure out what's going on around here. Okay, so let's see. The next plan is what? Oh, we gotta pull this cable out. So let me go ahead and pull it out. Might as well, you're here. I bet it's like a 11 or 12 footer. This is the hard part. Get it to right here, and then now what? Yeah. She's out. Now we can get her out in the grass here and figure out what we need. Alright, we got the cable out. Now we just got to measure it, see what size we need, get one ordered, and can't put a motor on until I get that in. Okay, so this is a rotary style cable. Very common. Very extremely common. And anyway, so when you're measuring one to get it, you know, a lot of people think, oh, you go from here all the way to there to the end over here. Okay, well, that's not how you measure it. So you're gonna measure it basically from where the plastic meets, you know, or thereabouts. Some of it's collar to collar, but you're gonna go from there, and then you're gonna go all the way over to this guy, and you're gonna measure that, and then they say to add 18 inches or the nearest foot. Does that make sense? So I'll set you up over here, and I don't know, we'll figure this out, because I don't even know what this is. I think it's like 11 footer. Seems like that pops into my head. It's 11 footer. I've done this before. Anyway, you know, we'll go about there, or we can start from here. And I'll just stretch this sheet out. Be as clumsy as possible, because the tape is not great. 10 footer, and then add 8 inches. Yeah, so, and then if you're lucky, like I am, I'll show you guys this. Whip myself in the hand. If you're lucky and it's not, and it's still on there, there is, get it this way, like you can find the number, it'll tell you what it is basically. So this is just the people that made it, and then, you know, this is like a code, and then supposedly, I don't know, your last two numbers or what feet it is. So I think I just measured this 11 foot. Let's just see if that kind of lines up with what our thinking is. Make a liar out of me. Usually they say from the plastic sheeting, but we don't know this manufacturer. Alright, so there's 2. There's 5. 8. There's 10. 10. Okay, so 10 foot 1. 10 foot 1. I'm reading upside down, I'm sorry. 10 foot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So plus 18 inches. 10.5. I don't know about this, guys. 10.5. That makes sense. That's what I mean. It'll like throw you for a loop a little bit. So I don't know. Let's measure this again, or think about this. So 10.5 plus 18. So 10.5. Add an edge, 10.6. So that's 7. I'm gonna have to get out some notebook and paper. I can't even think. Oh, that's gotta be 11-foot cable. Yeah, those numbers on there says 11 foot. Anyway. Alright, we got a rotary cable. We measured 10 feet 5 inches. So we're supposed to add 18 inches and round up to the nearest foot. We know that 18 inches equals 1.6, so it's 1 foot 6 inches. So we got 10 feet 5 inches plus the 1 foot 6 inches is equal to 11 feet 11 inches. So we're going to round that up to the nearest foot. We're going to end up with a 12-foot rotary steering cable. So this is what we'll order, a 12-foot rotary steering cable. Oh, and the input shafts are pretty much standardized. All right, we're going to go to HawkeyeMarine.net. Over here to steering systems. Got a bunch of stuff in here, but we're looking for cable steer. So I've got some packages. Just depends on cable length. We're gonna go on down, and then we've got these. So we need to go to our 12 foot because we need a 12 foot. So it's sold out for the 13 footer, but we need this 12 foot. So we're going to select this, and I'm going to send this to my client.